Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
Awesome, awesome. Let's just wait a little bit, have some of the other members join us before we start. Chanel, what? How much do we have to get to reach quorum?
Let me check one moment.
Do we need quorum if we're not doing any resolutions?
No,
Okay.
because you won't be voting on anything, so no.
Joel, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, Cisco?
Mancita, how you feel?
Hey, I'm good. I'm kind of at work still, but I'm good.
Yeah, I'm at work too. I'm in a car while I do this with y'all, so I can head out and finish up.
Awesome. I understand.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Let's see.
Francisco, you only need 4 for quorum, so you need like 1 more.
Okay, now we can start because I want to make sure Isidro gets to do his thing. Okay, it is 7:07 p.m. Our agenda is very generic, but can I get an okay of the agenda, please?
A motion to adopt it, the agenda.
Awesome. Do I need a second?
I'll second if necessary.
Okay. So let's go quick. There's a couple of announcements on cannabis, and Isidro Medina will be here representing the Washington Heights bid to discuss their new grant program for small business employees. So just quickly, the Office of Cannabis Management announces the cannabis compliance training and mentorship program. Joel, did you go over this at all in the last meeting?
I didn't. I just went over the adult use temporary licenses for retail locations.
Okay, no problem. All right, so just quickly, it's called the Cannabis Compliance Training and Mentorship Program. This is a 10-week program based on existing farmer apprenticeship and fellowship programs with explicit goal of growing and diversifying the pipeline of farmers and processors preparing to participate in the New York adult use cannabis industry. This program will consist of 15 to 20 virtual webinars that take place between November and through February. The service and delivery technical training will be supported by adult use conditional cultivators, adult use conditional processors, SUNY Morrisville, Cornell University, Office of Cannabis Management, and the business and accounting professionals with cannabis expertise. This mentorship program is available on the New York Cannabis website, and it opened on October 20th, and the deadline is November 3rd, so tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Yes, no, in 2 days. So definitely, if you know anybody that grows, anyone that we know that we know of a friend that grows, this will be a great partnership. A great program for them to get in, which pays dividends after they complete the program. And even if they're not growers per se, but they're very interested in that, I believe that they will take a look at those applicants as well. So, Isidro, are you ready?
I'm ready, my friend.
All right, brother. It's on you. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much, Francisco, for giving me this opportunity to address the Business Development Committee. I see that Joel is on board, who is also a member of our committee. And that I met Mancita in person as well. I'm very grateful to report that we have a great announcements for employees or small businesses of Washington Heights. But before I proceed, Francisco, I'd like to say a few words about the bid and what we do here. The bid is a private nonprofit that has been around for close to 40 years. And what we do here is that we advocate for small businesses, and we also provide supplemental sanitation services. We install holiday lights in Northern Manhattan. And to clarify why we are a private nonprofit, in case people are confused, is that the reason why we are private is that we collect tax assessment from the property owners. So we get our funding from property owners, but those funds get to be managed by the city, by SBS. So that's why we are private nonprofit. And as I was saying, we provide sanitation services to clean the sidewalk of 181st from Amsterdam to Fort Wash, and part of St. Nicholas and Broadway. And I can tell you that if we were not cleaning those sidewalks, this would be practically really in bad shape with litter. I don't know if you guys know, but this area here, 181, is the second most congested area in New York City as far as bus density is concerned. Second only to Flatbush in Brooklyn. So we do have a lot of traffic in 181st, and we support over 250 businesses here, and it's a great challenge. But because of what we do here as a community, Francisco, that we advocate for the small businesses, we talk about the problems that we're facing. We were able to be granted by a private entity great funds to be given out to our small business employees of Washington Heights. And there are some criteria that were developed, and we are committed with this grant. And we have, and I sent you the link where people can apply, Francisco.
Yeah,
So,
I got it. I'll send that out.
Yeah, so please feel free and share that with the members. And the idea is that we want to expose this and have people apply. And the criteria are that they have to be small business employees. And by definition, we are taking out those large national retailers like Target, Marshalls, Chick-fil-A, and all of them, banks, and also by virtue of the commitment from this grant, we're also exempting restaurants, liquor stores, anywhere the liquor is sold. We are taking them out because that was the request of the entity that gave us the grant. And also, we are asking that members, that applicants apply before November 30th. And we hope to have some answers by mid-December. We have a committee of board members from the bid, colleagues that are going to review the applications, and based on the requirements, and if the application has been fully completed, we'll make a determination by mid-December. Very basic info that we request, Francisco, because we don't want to make a long application. So we ask, the basic, which is, name, address, where they work, and also copies of the income tax for 2021. The reason why we are requesting the taxes is that we want to see how COVID affected them. So that's why we're asking for those documentation, and based on the needs, then we'll make a recommendation how much the applicants are going to get. And if the question comes, how much they're going to get, I gotta be honest with you, I do not know yet, because what we hope to do is that based on the number of applicants, we would like to give out, someone here and there. And let's say that only 30 applicants apply and qualify. So then we would increment the amount. And if we do have a large amount of applicants, so let's say 100, and they all qualify, so over 100, 200, then we'll be able to provide anywhere from 300, if the amount is low, up to 900. So that'll be the range, Francisco. It's not something that is set in stone because we don't know how many applicants we're going to get. But if they all qualify, I hope to give them each a check by mid-December. And that's why I'm reaching out to you to spread the word around, because I know that we all know the guys that work in the barbershop, the guys that work in the bodegas, the people that work in other stores like salons. So we want to open this up to everyone. And, the restrictions are there, and anyone can apply online. and if not, they can submit the application to us. And again, we just want to make sure that everyone knows about this, and in hoping that we all get people to be enthusiastic about applying and hopefully qualifying. And I think this is a great opportunity for the employees. And I think it will help if they can get this $300 or even $100 by mid-December, and hopefully they can spend the money around the neighborhood, Francisco. As you know, we want to make sure that our small businesses here prosper. And sometimes this type of push can make a break in some of our small businesses. So I'm delighted to present this grant to our small business employees. And at this point, I think I'll open up for any questions or comments.
Isidro, thank you so much for that. I'm gonna open it up to our board members first. Is anybody? Joel, go ahead.
So I have a quick question. So this grant is specific for the business. I have a few questions. Is this grant specific for the business or their employees?
It's targeted for the employees, not the owners. So it's the individual employees. And even if you have, let's say, 3 employees that have worked in that particular store, then the 3 of them can apply for it. Doesn't go for the ownership.
Okay. And okay, great. That's good. And what's the last question is the amount. The amount could vary because you said from $100 to $300.
No, I think it's going to be a lot more. But again, I don't want to stay like one specific amount, because we're waiting to see how many applicants we get that will qualify. I'm predicting that it could be anywhere from 50 to maybe 200 that will qualify. If we get the upper level of 200, then I would say the range would be about $300 more or less. If we get less than 90, then I guess it will be about 900.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah,
thank you.
Great money. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Whoever that investor is, send them my regards. That's awesome.
Hector, do you think?
Hello, how's it going, everyone? My name is Hector Bonilla. Isidro, thank you so much for providing this information. My only question is, how are we reaching out to the business owners and ensuring that the employees are aware of this amazing opportunity? Thank you.
Right. So I have done like door-to-door outreach to all of the businesses of 181st and our commercial corridor that covers from Amsterdam to Fort Wash, and also from St. Nick, from 179 to 183rd and part of Broadway. We also put this on our social media. I distributed this to some of our nonprofits in the area. And I hope, that my reason why I want to come to the business development is I want to have that interaction between, board members and business owners, so that they can see the authenticity of this grant, and not believe that this is like a fake or a loan, because I think that the perception is that if it's free money, there's something wrong with it. And that's why I would like for you guys to be like the ambassadors, to say like, this is real money, nothing attached. It's not a loan. You don't have to return this money back, because they, once they know who you are, it's easier for them to apply. So that's what I really want, like the grassroots people to go like door to door, or friends that you have that works here and works there. And that's what I really want, like the grassroots.
Yes, no, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, yes. Anyone from our attendees list? Oh, Hector, you got something else to say?
No, I just wanted to say thank you. And if you could just send that, I'm not sure, because I recently changed my notification email. So if you could just forward that to me, anybody, I apologize about interrupting.
No, you're good. You're good, brother. You're good. Anyone from our attendees list want have any questions? If not, I have a couple.
Yes, please, Francisco.
Okay, so I was, one of my questions was about outreach. because stuff like this, you got to go door to door, like you said. So I'm glad that you are doing that already. As far as the IRS is that a requirement to have the W-2s?
So because we are a nonprofit and we get audited, I spoke to our accountant and also our auditor, and they said the best way to preserve the transparency of the process is to have some type of documentation in case we get audited, that there'll be backup documentation as to how the decision was made.
Right. Okay. No, I understand that. It's just, we have a lot of people who work on cash, who've been greatly affected, who, this would benefit, but I totally understand about, keeping everything transparent, and, good for when they check on your, when they do audits. So I understand that. Does the application come in Spanish?
Yeah, great question. So yes, it's in Spanish on our website, and it's also available here at the pit in case people cannot make copies. We also open to people to come into the office and apply in person, because sometimes I understand, Francisco, that people cannot understand filling out one application. So we'll be more than happy to assist anyone that is interested to come to the office and apply in person. And all they got to do is just print the documents and we'll help them out.
Awesome. I love that. Okay. Does anyone else have any other questions? Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, Francisco.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Because I know some of the barbers and the hairdressers are on 1099s. Does that work too, or do they have to have a W-2?
If we're asking for the 1040 for 2021 and 2020, we would like to have that. If there are special circumstances, then let me know and let me see how the committee feels about specific cases. I know that, we all know people out there. And I can tell you, the minute that I brought this to some of our merchants, they were just like, oh my God, this is really good. And these are people that know me because, I walk around Monday to first, and they were like in awe, because this is something that is not a government grant. It's not, you don't have to provide, 3 or 4 pages of application, and they don't have to wait not knowing what's going to happen, because the committee that we have here will be the one managing the applications. It's not going to be an external source. It will be a committee that will sit down and analyze one applicant at a time. So I don't know, Joel, if I answer your question, but we will stick with the 1040, because that was the recommendation that we got from our accountant and also our auditor.
Okay, sounds good. That's good. Thank you.
And let me clarify something also. Like I said earlier, the reason why we are not accepting restaurant workers, and we understand that they were hit really hard, is that because our source is coming from a liquor agency. They do not want to have one thing linked to another. So for them, it's critical that we do not involve, liquor stores, bars, restaurants, and all of that, because they don't want to have that connection that, they're giving out money for people that work in that industry as well. So that's why we have those listed there as the requirements. But the rest, like the barbershops, again, the bodegas, the hardware stores, the jewelry stores, the salons, they all qualify. But if you have any questions, feel free and reach out to me.
Okay. Any other questions from anyone?
I have a question.
Sure, Jackie, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Hi, Isidro. Very quickly, is there a minimum amount of time that an employee needs to work in a store in order to qualify, or is it if they just started a week ago? Is there any difference, or?
No, they just need to show that they worked in Washington Heights in 2020 and 2021. It won't matter how long. It also doesn't matter how much they earn.
Okay.
At all. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if they work like 1 week in 2020 and the entire year in 2021. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay, and just one last thing. And thank you very much. I got your applications, and I am planning on walking around to our businesses. But if you have an actual link to the application that could be put in a newsletter, that would be very helpful.
Francisco has a copy of that. I sent Francisco a copy of the link.
Okay. Francisco, if there's any way if you could send that to me, it would be great. It would just be easier because I can't put an application or a PDF in a newsletter. It has to be a link.
Got it. Can you
give you my email? Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to see. Oh, the Q&A. Let me see. Can you put it on the Q&A?
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right.
I guess you could pose it as a question and then I'll answer it.
Okay. Except for whatever reason, this is not a.
Let me see. Chanel, can we demote her back to a person that doesn't have? Yeah, because I think that way you can go into the Q&A. Because if you're a panelist,
right,
you can't really do it.
And there's no chat, obviously.
No, there's no chat.
All right, Francisco, don't worry. I could text it to you. Don't worry about it. I have your phone number.
Okay. Oh,
right?
Perfect. Then that's perfect. I'll text you back then.
Okay. Thank you, Francisco. Thank you, Isidro.
Thank you, Jackie.
Okay. Isidro.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And I know for me, I'm gonna post it on my social media site to get the word out. So just to confirm, nothing with liquor, any job with liquor in it, it's the only stipulation, right?
And also like national retailers.
National retailers, okay.
Like even like La Nacional, which sends a lot of cash to other nations. They also they don't qualify because they're national retailers.
Got it. Okay, good. Well, thank you, and we'll make sure we get that word out.
Thank you so much, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Isidro. Have a great night.
Thank you, Isidro.
Francisco, I just texted you my email.
Okay, let me get you. I got you.
Okay.
Okay, so no old business, new business. We do have some. The Cannabis Board just released regulations for retail dispensaries. So my plan is to get the New York State Cannabis to come down to our community and hold like a small town hall type of event where we can get all of our questions answered. I'm working that hopefully within the next 2-3 weeks. We'll have a confirmation. So that's new business announcements. Anyone else have anything they want to add?
Go ahead, Jackie. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it Joel or Joel?
Joel.
Joel, I'm sorry. I just want to call your attention to, we're in the very, 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 very preliminary stages of trying to formulate a business improvement district on Broadway between 155th and 178th. There's really nothing much to say other than that. Hopefully next month I'll have a little bit more information, but that is what we are in the midst of doing right now.
How can we help, Jackie?
Don't worry, you will. As soon as you're the board, so you need to be involved in the process. So but yeah, I mean, we're gonna need a lot of community support, as you know. I don't know if you heard what Isidro was saying before. I mean, it's a very long process. It's a long and arduous process. We need to get property owners on board. We need to get merchants on board, residents, the community board. We already have our elected officials that are backing. Both of our council members are backing this. Council member Carmen de la Rosa and Sean Abreu. So yeah, in the coming weeks, hopefully before the end of the year, I'll have more information on how exactly we could work together on this.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, just let us know what we can do, and we'll make it work.
Okay, thanks, Francisco. Thank you, Joel.
Well, thank you, Jackie. My only announcement is, speaking of retailers, I think there is, and I don't know to what point they, this is legal, I guess, but because the retailer license haven't been approved yet, but the Treehouse is open. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Treehouse on Henshaw.
Yes,
I don't know.
the Peralta spot.
Yeah, it's the old Peralta spot. Yeah, the Peralta project spot. I visited it. I shopped around, and it's a dope spot. I mean, it's something that could be emulated for sure. I'm pretty sure they're in the process of getting their licenses, but it's definitely something that I'm excited. Gets me excited about cannabis in our neighborhood.
And
So
that's a cafe.
it is a cafe. The coffee is great, and their flowers are great. So I think you I don't know if you have you checked it out yet, Francisco?
No, I haven't. I'm looking forward to it though, but I definitely want to get there.
Okay, cool. That's my
Awesome.
only announcement. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, guys, can I get an adjournment?
Motion to end the meeting.
Need a second?
Hector?
I second it as well. I was trying to
All
figure
right,
out the
guys.
terminology.
I have your emails. I'm gonna email you the link so you can post the stuff for the bid if you like to. No, you don't have to do that, but just in case you want to, or send it to your peoples who are in barbershops, salons, nail techs, all of them. And then that's it. And then I wish you guys a wonderful evening. Have an amazing month, and I'll see you guys in December.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Francisco.
Thank you, Francisco.
Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good night.